Hi guys, and welcome to Eurotruck Multiplayer. Right, we're currently in Geneva. Gonna go and pick up a load, which, we got the chance to be one of these crone trailers. Destined for Helsingborg, I think. So a nice long journey. Don't think we'll see many people, but you never know as we start to head north. Are we going to Helsingborg? Yes, GNT in Helsingborg. Right, let's get going. Well, we still got a chance with these crone trailers because the event runs out soon. It'll be nice when the Crone DLC gets released. I think it mentions later in the year, from what information I've read on their blog. But these Crone trailers are nice to pull. A lot better than some of the stock trailers. Also, to my surprise, reading through the blog, they've started to remodel some of Germany. Which what they've shown so far, it looks very nice. Can't wait for that to come. It looks to mainly part of the northern area of Germany, right up to Kiel. I think they've redone Hamburg, by what pictures I've seen. So it looks good. Well, it looks like we've got to get some fuel. Yep. Got to refuel up in Geneva. There should be a fuel stop down here somewhere. I think it's just outside this tunnel. looks like we're starting to see a lot of people. There's one in the services across the road. Hopefully it'll be a pleasant drive up to Sweden. But you can never tell when you enter Germany. Anything can happen, especially on multiplayer. I think a lot of people will be trying to finish this event from the World of Trucks, as it's nearly due to end soon. So we should see a lot of the Chrome trailers. It all depends if the people want to do 90Ks, because a lot still go around at 110K. Oh, it looks like it's taking us up towards Strasbourg. I thought it might have headed further east and then up towards Stuttgart and then head up to Rostock. But obviously it's had other ideas the sat nav has. I suppose we're going to head for the Swiss-French border. Looking at it, yeah, it looks like we are going into France. Oh, there's a dude. There's some more dudes. it's starting to get a little busy. Well, that is what I call some classic parking. Tell you, anything can happen on multiplayer. Obviously he thinks he's an acrobat. The only way out of that is F7. It does make you wonder how they get into these situations though. Especially with all them crash barriers around that area. How he ends up over them. Again, if you don't move soon, the system will automatically kick in. Yeah, there's roads, seeing a few people. Well, we're on the A35 in, I suppose, the south of France, or southeast part of France. And towards Strasbourg. See where we're going at this junction. I would think Stuttgart. Let's head over to Germany. Be surprised if we don't. No, it doesn't look like it. That's a bit strange. Unless it's going to take us to on the road that heads towards Mannheim. Looks that way because it hasn't told us to move over. Because now they're on the redesign junction here at Strasbourg. Yeah, it looks like it's Mannheim. I suppose it's a bit more logical. Could it be bring you out further up, nearer to Frankfurt, than it would if you went down to Stuttgart? I suppose there's some logic in it somewhere, but I can never figure out what it is. Right, traffic lights stay on green for me, please. Oh, they did. Oh, just. Well, so far so good. No problems. Maybe famous last words, mind you. I'd be surprised if we get to Helsingborg without any trouble at all. You do have to be careful on these bends though, because usually if somebody comes hurtling round from the opposite direction, don't slow down quick enough, you usually end up on your side of the road. Or if they do brake, the brake actually in the bend, which then sends them into your path. Right, now into Germany. Thing with these type of vehicles, if you brake in a bend, they usually start to topple over. It's not always a good idea to actually brake in bends if you slow down before them. Unless you're going relatively slow, otherwise. Yeah. Nearly at Mannheim, or back of Mannheim. A little dab on the brakes. then we get back on the autobahn. We stay on the dual carriageways and motorways all the way up through Germany now. No doubt all the way to the Danish border. A friendly soul. I do get some quite friendly people on here. Which is a good thing, really. Means everybody gets on with each other. It makes for a great experience. Yeah, you get the odd one or two who tries to upset things, but generally it's normally a great experience. Just got to keep an eye out for anybody that's actually going faster than you are, and let them overtake. Hi Bailey. There's no point holding them up. But a lot of people seem to be doing 90k's at the moment. So you'll get the odd one that's actually going faster, but generally a high percentage of people are still just going at 90. I don't know whether they've still got their limit ticked in the game or whether they're doing external contracts. Because the freight market can sometimes break on the multiplayer. You open it up and find it shows that there's no loads. If you go drive around all the different loading plate points and have a look there, you'll find you've got loads. Another friendly soul. Looks like doing the Cron Traders event. Unless he just likes pulling them. Right, coming off at this junction. Oh, it looks like we're going to go past Cassel, up the middle of Germany. Sadly, takes a lot of people this way. I think it thinks this is the best route. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Yeah, we could have stayed on the road back there, which would eventually take you around past Osnabrück, Bremen, Hamburg, and come out onto the road we eventually will get to this way. But it's quite a lot further to drive. There's a lot of junctions and going to towns or cities. Oh, here's somebody. Don't know that person. From time to time you do see a lot of new names, or names you don't recognise. It always depends what time of day you actually come on and play. Usually I don't normally play late evening. Normally there isn't a lot of people on it late evening. The number seems to be quite up. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. But I've seen quite a few people so far, so looks like it paid off. But a lot of people might not actually recognise me because I'm not driving the truck I normally play multiplayer with. At the moment, my main truck I play multiplayer with is a Mercedes-Benz Actros. At the moment I'm in a DAF XF. I thought I'll have a little bit of a change. When I play on my own I normally have a different truck to when I play with another individual. It probably confuses people. I thought, well, give the DAF a run. I've got the DAF tuning pack, so give it a try. Hopefully we'll see a tuning pack for the Volvo and the Mercedes over time. Be nice. Because we got one for the DAF and we got the Mighty Griffin for Scania. But they're the only two manufacturers who've actually got tuning packs. Maybe it's something on the wish list. I'm hoping we'll see another tyre DLC. Something from Goodyear. Nothing's been said so far, so who knows? I suppose just watch this space, or watch their blog or social media for SCS. But it would be nice though to see another tyre manufacturer in the game. Because it do make a difference to the way the trucks handle compared to the stock tyres. Well, this road's certainly quiet. Which I'm actually quite surprised, coming to the back of Hanover. Maybe the numbers are starting to drop with how late in the day it is for a lot of people. that's a bump and a bit. Felt that through my steering wheel. Looks like they've altered some of the force feedback on the latest driver update for my steering wheel. I don't recall it being that bumpy like that before. I'm certainly not feeling it so hard with the steering wheel. Right, heading for Hamburg and Kiel. Wonder if it's going to take us to Rostock to get the boat to Trollborg. A lot of the time you had to drive round to go into Sweden. Or if it does take you to Rostock and you get the boat, it takes you to Jeddah instead of Trollborg. Which I don't understand why, but I think Trollborg's actually further by time if you did it in real life than Jeddah is. So maybe that's why it takes you to Jeddah, because it's a shorter distance. I think looking at the mileage, it's possibly being driven around. And there again, I might be wrong. I would have thought it'd be a lot longer and more mileage if we got to drive round. So it might be taking us to Rostock to get the boat. Just have to see. But I think it'll more likely want us to drive it all the way round, past the Dents and Malmo. But I've noticed lately, if you do a run going into the Scandinavian area, it does always want you to drive round and not take the ferry from Rostock, not like it used to. It always insisted you went from the ferry at Rostock. Unless you were going up towards Aalborg, heading for Kristiansand, Stavanger, Bergen, then you had to drive it up there. But if you're going into Sweden, Malmo, Helsingborg, it always took you to Trollborg in the past, but now it doesn't. Maybe it's got something to do with the changes they did to the sat-nav to the best route. Or shortest distance anyway. I suppose it'd be decision time whether to go across to Rostock or to drive up, head towards Kiel and drive round. don't know whether we'll see a lot of people or any people. If we went to Rostock, oh, there's some coming on here. They're going a bit quick. Oh, it's the Eurotransit lot. Dude, you're getting a bit close to me. Well, there's the decision. Looks like we're heading for Kiel. Why it doesn't move over? So I need to get off. Him being there is going to cause me a problem. I think we'll take the next junction, we won't take this one. Yeah, it was a bit awkward. Yeah, I could have moved over in front of him, but if for some reason the autosave went a bit bumpy or it lagged for some reason, he would have gone flying. So it was safer just to come this way. I'll probably meet up with him on the other side. It's just a lot safer for everybody. Have they pulled in? Because they should have been ahead of me now. Oh, there's one. There they are. See, jerk back. Oh. Looks like they're all together. That's why they slowed down, they're waiting for their friends to catch up. unless it's two lots of people. Oh, what they're doing, they're not racing. Usually ends up in disaster. I think I'll happily sit back here. At least I get to my destination in one piece. Something always happens when they start doing this. Like it has done. It always ends in tears at some point. Because I got too close and one auto saved and lagged, and then that's it. I might surprise there's no argy-bargy on the chat happening. Usually it does. Unless they're using the voice channels on the CB. So one thing you don't do on the multiplayer is drive too close, because you can get a bit of lag up for any reason. Whether it's the person's autosave because their computer's a little slow, or their network connection, or their internet connection. Even your connections can cause lag. And for some reason the autosave can be very bumpy at times. Friendly dudes. But also if you run in the external contracts, which puts a bit of extra load on your network connection, that can cause a bit of lag issues as well. Especially if there's a lot of people in the same vicinity running World of Trucks, external contracts. But these are all things you've got to think about when you're on the multiplayer trucks. When you're same really if you're on American trucks in multiplayer as well. But with that, because there's only one European server, or a lot of people come from a greater distance, so you got a higher ping rates to contend with as well. I suppose to a degree you have on Euro trucks as well. People don't learn. They will always drive too close. I suppose it's like in real life though. A lot of people drive too close and then the vehicle in front of them slams its brakes on for some reason. And the one behind just goes straight into the back of them. Oh. I'm going over here. Dudes, that's the end of the live lane. See, it's things like that you got to be mindful of. They'll stop anywhere, people will. Well, we need a dense. Not done bad, I suppose. Just that one incident. Only 157 miles to go to destination. We're going to get slowed down in a minute because we're going to be entering a city zone to go through the middle of a dent. Now we just left it. So now I've got to re-accelerate again, which uses fuel, unfortunately. I suppose not doing too bad. The truck's averaging 5.2 miles to the gallon, which is not a bad average really. Coming up to our first toll. Luckily it's auto pass, so we ain't got to actually stop. The other side of this big bridge, which I think then we're into Sweden, I think. Oh no, still in Denmark because we haven't been past Copenhagen. Oh, that's a real big bump. Now it's after the second bridge we're going to Sweden, isn't it? Okay. Well, they both look exactly the same, so I get confused. Which one? Where I am at? No, we're still in Denmark. Ooh, £206. Suppose that's not bad for a vehicle this size. Well, yeah, we're coming up to Copenhagen. Two minds where to stop and get some fuel here. I've got enough to get to Helsingborg. As we're way below half a tank, it will start using it. Yeah, I'll put some fuel in. All them people are way back. Means that I ain't got to refill it when we get into Helsingborg before leaving again. On my next session. It hasn't done bad. Filled it up just outside Geneva in Switzerland, and now we're near Copenhagen in Denmark. So it hasn't done bad. But we could have actually made destination. Ooh, that was a bit of a dodgy autosave. See, that's a reason why you don't drive too close. Oh, here comes the plane. I wonder if the sat-nav wanted to go through the centre of Malmo. It's been doing that when you've been coming this way, so I wonder if it's still doing it. Oh. Under the tunnel. Or whether SES have fixed that. It just seems a bit daft going through the centre of Malmo. Just to come out the other side, where you can go round it. Of course, it adds to a lot of congestion when it's busy on the multiplayer. And all the traffic lights you've got to stop at as well. There's one set that's actually on a blind corner. It's not so bad if you're in a left-hand drive truck, but if you're in a right-hand drive like I am, you can't see them. Well, we're now in Sweden. Looks like I've got some guys coming up behind. Right, auto pass is over that side, this one. £151. It's probably them guys were so parked up. They finally caught me up. But there again, they all had cron trailers, so. Oh yeah, they got cron trailers. Heading towards Trelleborg. Well, the sat-nav didn't want to take me through mid of Malmo. Must have fixed it. I just had this vision around it wanting me to go through Malmo. Well, Helsingborg's now on the sign, so it can't be far. Now, I wonder which entrance it wants us to go in by. More likely off the big junction, I would think. But there is a junction coming up which we can go into Helsingborg. No, it looks like it wants us to take this junction. But I would have thought the big junction would be closer to my destination. But it does give you a tight right-hand turn now. Oh well. We'll do what the sat-nav says. It's not that often I come into Helsingborg this way, so it makes a change. I've come out of it here a few times this way, especially up into the construction site. Now then, will these traffic lights stay on green? Yes. No. Too close to stop. I just hate it when that happens. You're about to stop and then the lights change. So you have to start accelerating all over again. Right, here we are. GNT in Helsingborg. Oh, want an easy park. That's good. Right, that's the load delivered. 976 miles. Right, thanks for watching. If you like this video, you know what you got to do. Also, if you want more, click the subscribe button and the bell next to it to get notified of any new videos that I upload. And again, safe trucking.